The Star.
Yeah, y'all already know. 7 the pan. That dude Biz on the beat. Yeah. We live in entertainment. Sound change. Crown the kings, homie. This is where it get ill. About to have the tempo of live as a tip drill. From the court to the diamond, to the track, to the big skin, flying around the field, starting 5 forever, keeping it real. If it matters in the world of sports, jeans and long sleeves, they taking no shorts. Hot the depot, yes, these are the sports podcasts, live as a pro's corpse. Biz market wave, the starting 5 goes off. No matter who you cheer for, emotions out the window, they analyzing with clear thoughts. They take it way deeper than the boys ever. No longer got any use for them 4 letters. The latest news, score stats and the view from the sideline. Ain't no guideline, it's just the truth. Yeah, no need to dig for a pardon line. It's always in season if people start 5. We going in on 3, run the baseline, start 5. Get it. We got what you need. If the sports news you see, we don't waste time. We talking cause we live it. We got what you need. We going in on 3, run the baseline, start 5. Get it. We got what you need. And y'all know me, 7 sign, I'm the illest cat speak. I got what you need.
Oh man, I will open up by saying this week the Knicks gave us what we needed, which was a first round victory. But we'll get there in a second. Y'all know who I am by now. If you don't, can't say you can read the name because Kung Fu Kenny strikes again. So if you was paying attention to these battles, that a lot of people was saying, "Oh, this ain't battle rap. This nigga shit got interesting." But it's your boy the mayor, that DJ named Ace 5, your mom's favorite fat guy from really a deepest, darkest Africa today. We give a quick shout out to the homie Tyrone. He's doing what Kendrick accused Drake and the rest of the world accused Drake of not doing. He's out there being a good daddy, celebrating the birthday of one of his children. A happy birthday to you. But I'm going to go right to the same order that we was on time with today.
That's what's up. What's up, everybody? Orange and blue, everything. That's all I got to say. Orange and blue, everything. I'm going to toss it over to Big O.
What's good, fellas? What's good, family? Yes, sir. Orange and blue skies out there. It's gonna be a good show. Shout out to my boy Lisper, who's not here. You know what I'm saying? I know he's listening. Shout out to my boy TJ, who's back.
What up?
Froze. Oh, okay. Yo.
I guess he's back.
TJ on delayed Wi-Fi?
Got the dial-up, man.
IT guy, fix your 56K modem. Fix your 56K modem. Tell Sprint, give you back your free nights and weekends. Something. It's not roaming charges. Your connection is, you might have to reset and bypass the roaming charges so we could get back to this. But yeah, yo, I don't brag on shit like this, and I'm not gonna brag on it, but I did call it in 6, right?
Yes, you did.
You did an old move, man. Your prediction came true.
Yeah. Just actually better than O, because O be picking all the winners to the tournaments that we all kind of picked too. But we all picked the Knicks to win this one, and yeah, man. I mean, Jamal. Great series. They gave us some '90s Knicks vibes of giving us heart attacks in the fourth quarter.
Listen, that was a sweeter win for New York sports as it's been in a minute over a Philadelphia team, especially where I live. Where I'm in the middle of, this is where it starts to turn to Philadelphia sports. This part of Jersey. That was a good series. That was a 6-game war of attrition. And truthfully, I was happy the Knicks even made the playoffs, because when you lose 3 of your starters for the majority of the season, and you just even if we made the play in, that was a win. But we finished second in the East, which was huge, just everything, and still didn't get enough respect. And then everybody said we should avoid the Sixers. Those Knicks was like we play whoever was there. They wanted all the smoke. But once we had to play the Sixers, like you know the rules of the Northeast, thou shalt not lose to Philadelphia, and it's reversed. Philadelphia, thou shalt not lose to New York. So we had to win this series, and it seems like a lot of basketball folks have not watched the Knicks this year, so they thought it was the same old shit Knicks. People have not watched the Knicks steadily get better, and they don't know the Knicks. They've been running 7 deep the whole season, so. The Sixers was gassing out, especially Embiid in the fourth quarter. That was the difference. And they didn't know how hard the Knicks play when you got a shooting guard at 6'4", being your leading board getter. You know what I mean? So, no, but shout out to the Sixers. I mean, they had to go down. That's cool. And we playing with house money now. Whatever happens this round happens. But you know what? Again, every year we got steady improvement. We turned the second round Sixers to the first round Sixers. And put some respect on Jalen Brunson's name.
Word. I mean, like that's y'all know. This is what all I asked for. This was all I asked for out of a Knicks season, was just show me some progress. Now I know, like if you seen, I forgot what show it was. I probably know what show it was, but I'm not gonna mention it. But Stephen A. Smith mentioning like, oh, talking like, oh, you can't be a Knicks fan and you're not gonna say, yo, we going all the way, yada yada. No. You can be a fan and expect just progress. You know what I'm saying? And this playoff series, like I'm here's why I was happy that happened in Philly. Because as we've seen, as the game was getting late and Brunson kept scoring, he kept looking up, giving himself inspiration by way of those 2 national championship banners that he had in that same damn stadium. That was like, you know what? That was like the motivation to be like, all right, you know what? We're going to go kick some ass the rest of this playoffs.
Yeah, and if you watch TNT's post game show instead of MSG's, you seen him call out to Kenny. You're like, yo, 2016, which is bittersweet for me because I'm a diehard Tar Heel fan, so it hurt me to see that shit. But yeah, man, yo, but and Jamal, get back to what you said. We didn't get the respect because it was almost like people forgot. I don't know if we got the respect or we didn't get the respect, but it was almost like people forgot that we were 2-3 men down deep. Randall and Robinson didn't play most of the season, and we still came in second place, second seed.
The only reason that series was close is because Julius wasn't playing. They forgot. That only reason that shit was competitive. Yep. But continue, man. I don't want to take your time. Go ahead.
No, and nobody's mentioning that, man. I mean, and shout out to Sixers. There was ongoing discussion this past week if they should pass the reins over to Maxey, kind of like how the Lakers did with Magic and Kareem, how the Sixers should pass the mantle on to, and Joe, Maxey.
The short answer is yes.
Maxey made that series close, man. And Embiid played well and had one hell of a game. Was game 2 or game 3 when he scored 50 after he should have been ejected.
Yeah.
So, but it was Maxey, man, that kept me up at night as a fan. But shout out to that team, man.
He's unguardable.
If we had this show right after that game 6, boy, it would have been a totally different temperament from everybody.
Bro, yeah.
It would have been,
man.
it would have been like we won the Super Bowl.
It's the national sports media, other fan bases. Nobody watches the Knicks, and they've been so used to. They gave them no respect all year.
None.
Shout out again to Big Perk, Big Perk for mayor. Big Perk for mayor, because he actually watched the Knicks.
He was the only one.
The Knicks didn't do anything different than they've done all year. And that's how you know the national sports media is. If a lot of them is trash, they don't watch the Knicks play. The Knicks
Yeah.
didn't do anything different. Those
I'm
dudes
gonna
are
be
used to
honest with you.
playing 35, 40 minutes.
I'm
They
gonna be
win
honest
in the
with you, man.
fourth quarter. They always put out the end. Yeah.
Boston does not strike fear in my heart, man. And I know that's an unpopular opinion. Indiana, hopefully, none of the Knicks starting five is listening to me. But Indiana, to me, is an afterthought. We should get Indiana in 5 games. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, they both strike fear in my heart. You know why? Because both those teams can score at will. And now with middle-aged Luka out for the season, we got no scoring off the bench if Deuce has a cold game. So we got 7 players. That's it. We got 7 players till next season, and that's just it. So Indiana is tall. They run the floor fast. They can score. The upside is they don't play no defense, and we don't know how tough they are. We know the Knicks are battle hardened, but Indiana, I don't know, man. That's a tough series. I don't know if we could, we match up well with them, but like if Indiana went to the ECF, that shit wouldn't surprise me, man. That team is nasty, and they got somebody as nasty as Jalen. They got Halliburton, man. And they got Miles Turner. They got Siakam. That's a tough match. Boston should be afraid of them.
I feel if you put Anunoby and Halliburton, man, that's pretty much it's pretty gonna be much kind of Clam City all over again, man. But I mean, we'll see.
They're gonna have to, but let's see. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a battle of styles, defense versus offense.
Yes.
Yeah, and just to revert back to the Sixers series, like what I wanted to say before was Embiid, if the Sixers utilize him the way that I've been preaching that he needs to be utilized all the time, which was down low and beating everybody in the middle and in the paint, Joel Embiid felt damn near unstoppable also when he was close to the paint. Like I barely seen him miss when he was actually down low playing in the blocks and that's it. But no, that didn't happen. I mean, it just, again, he can't keep playing from the top of the key. Now, was he beating some people off of dribbles? Absolutely, but it still wasn't enough. Shout out to Tobias Harris. Shout out to Tobias Harris. Also, all them memes.
That's the unsung Knicks hero.
Son, all them memes of Cole were phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was like 2 people who knew when to bow out from L's. They did the what was it, the Will Chamberlain 100 with the 0 picture?
Yep.
Yo, he is the highest paid player on that team.
Yeah, it was.
He's a max
contract,
right?
Years, 100 was 120 million or something.
Yo, yeah. Nobody in our locker room was talking.
Shout out to the Sixers front office for that.
Word.
Yeah. He was a non-factor. He played he showed up for about 8 minutes of that series, man. About 8 minutes, and then he mailed it in. Yo, now here's the dumb thing. I do not know why Nick Nurse did not leave Buddy Hield in that game. Why he sat him down in that second half. That was a bad strategy. Buddy Hield didn't do shit, and then all of a sudden Buddy Hield came in like Buddy Curry and just nailed everything.
And it's
then
crazy.
They didn't use him.
It's crazy. He's not known for his defense. As a matter of fact, they say he's a subpar defender. Yo, he was doing his thing on defense too.
Yeah, he was.
I don't know
why
Nick Nurse took him out, man.
For once, Nick Nurse got out coached. We can say for once, Tibbs out coached somebody else. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tibbs finally out coached somebody for once.
Nah, man. That defense,
Nick Nurse was coaching for us. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
That defense, man. That defense is
so much
else,
whining,
man.
bro. Yeah, they just kept looking at the refs to bail them out all series.
Yes.
It's like, oh, y'all stop and play ball.
Yeah.
Nobody's mentioned that Embiid, whenever he needed space to shoot that jumper, he would throw a forearm in Isaiah Hartenstein's chest to get space before every shot. Boom.
Yep.
And then get the space and shoot.
The elbow too. Don't forget the elbow.
The elbow. He was just doing a lot of just nasty work, but whatever. They just got worn down. The Knicks You know that what was the point differential for that series? 1 point, 2 points.
Yeah.
It was a war of attrition. One team wanted to win, but yeah, the Sixers they were except for Maxey, the Sixers they were gassed come fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You know what I
Maxey
mean?
was the way Maxey was driving, like he was driving like, let me take advantage because they're close to foul trouble. He just kept lowering that shoulder, getting up. And you know, when they called him, they called him. When they didn't, they didn't. There was a moment or two in actually the last two games, like the refs actually let them play, which was good, but they didn't let the egregious shit slide anymore. You know what you're saying? Like they didn't let the egregious shit slide. Like I seen when Embiid was throwing his shit here and there, but also too, I mean, I like the old school shit. Let them play tough. Let them play rough. You can't take an elbow in the chest, man, the fuck up or get off the court.
Yeah.
But it with Embiid, I didn't want. If TJ connection was straight, I know he would be dirtiest player in the game and all of that stuff. And I'm not gonna go that far. Because to me, it just looked like Embiid was just that much bigger than everybody else.
He is physically imposing, right?
Yeah.
Which upset me. Which upset me with that play with Mitchell Robinson because he didn't have to do that.
When he whines, no, he didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
And stop whining for the refs, man. You're the second most skilled person on the court, the biggest person on the court, and you just whine you look up to the refs for everything, man. It's like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and even hurt, he he was still killing everybody because his skill set.
He was doing all that shit on one leg.
Stop whining to the refs. All that extra shit.
I think we looking smooth.
So whatever, it is what it is.
The connection's looking smooth now. He finally upgraded from 56K to DSL. So
that's right. Oh man, that's right. Okay.
What up, TJ? Yeah, it's fun. And of course, right when we try to bring him in, the nigga freezes. As I said,
what's up?
And I spoke you into existence because I was just like, I'm not going as far as TJ to say Embiid is the dirtiest player in the league. But it was just, he's just that much bigger than everybody else to where, to me, the shit looked dirty. It looked dirty, but he's just that much bigger than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Dan, Shaq was that much bigger than everybody else. He wasn't doing that shit.
I don't know about that, but okay. Shaq had his moments, but the refs ate the whistle a lot though.
But you know,
but go ahead, continue.
You're supposed to eat
the
whistle.
They did.
You're supposed to eat the whistle in playoffs, though. You know, I mean,
I don't know.
So long as there's nothing egregious, then let them play.
Listen. Philly lost this series because they have no bench, and Tobias Harris is a fucking crook. All right.
Damn.
Let's just state the obvious here. He's been ski masking these motherfuckers.
Lead with the lottery
for the last 5 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. You know he's from Long Island. He's probably listening to it right now.
And Jamal, I was gonna say to finish that bar. Possibly no, we spotted him. There's no possibility. We spotted him. Explosive when his pen hits the contract.
Word.
Ultraviolet, shine blind for renders.
Yo.
Come on, dogs. They had no bench.
Bias is out there, man.
You know, their bench was averaging 10 points a game, if that. They got clapped on the boards heavily throughout the entire series. I think they only averaged
that offensive
one game.
That's the other thing is Mitch was shining, and Mitch was frustrating the fuck out of Embiid. Embiid was still getting his points, but Embiid used to be able to put a body on Mitch and just destroy. He couldn't do it no more. He had to shoot over him.
Yeah,
he couldn't just because Mitch is the only one that could front him up and not foul him and cause him problems. When Mitch is about 25 pounds heavier than he was. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, hey man, shout out to the Knicks front office. I'm gonna give Leon his credit because he's been slowly putting together a competitive squad and being patient. They're not done yet. Like I said, I don't got no delusions of grandeur of no championship this year or whatever, but we beat the fucking Sixers. That's all that matters.
So
we in the second round.
Yes.
They the first round Sixers. and everything right now is house money and gravy. End of story. We weren't even supposed to make the playoffs. The Knicks are the epitome of next man up this season.
Yeah.
Two things, though. Two things. One, when have we seen a team with this many shooters on it? A Knicks team with this many shooters on it?
73.
Yeah, but most of them is not playing. Most of them ain't playing though. Burks is out of the rotation.
Yeah.
Bogdanovich is hurt for the season. DiVincenzo
Middle-aged
really only
Luka
showed
is
up for
done.
one game this season, that series, maybe two.
And that's the key. That's the key. When DiVincenzo scores, the Knicks are tough to fucking beat. He's the big key.
Yes.
You know, I mean, Josh Hart's going to be able to affect the game whether he's scoring or not, or whether he just rushed the ball up into the paint and do a cannonball with no intention to shoot. Jump up, the ball be in his chest. He just jump at the hoop.
And thank you for mentioning that damn name, because every time we was in the fourth quarter, Hart was giving me heart attacks. Because every time the ball hit his hands, I just couldn't. It was like I just couldn't trust what the fuck was happening. And then it was just like,
yeah, man.
When he was finally on that island, wide open for that three, it was literally like, nigga, you better make this shit. Like, better fucking make this shit. And then he did. Yep. And then he did, and it was like, all right, good.
But then, like we were saying back and forth in the group chat, like because he's a 6'4" shooting guard and he's the best rebounder on the team, you have to keep him in the fourth quarter. You have to.
You know what
I'm saying? Because
his defense, he's a disruptor, man.
I don't look at him to shoot. You know what I'm saying? I just look at him to cause disruption. You know, get a screen,
bring the ball up. Yeah.
True indeed.
Don't forget the MVP of game.
Anytime he scores, it's a bonus to me.
And that's why he was left wide open.
Yes.
Deuce McBride was X factor in this whole series.
Deuce been balling. Deuce has been balling, man.
Yes.
You know.
X factor. They continue to leave that man open, and he's continually knocking down the shot. And now he's hitting shit off the step back. He's getting curls. He's getting plays ran for him. It's nuts.
His defense is impeccable, man. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the only thing we had from Maxey, man.
And shout out to DiVincenzo, because DiVincenzo did a great job on Maxey in Game 6.
Yes, he did.
Maxey was mostly a non-factor that game until late.
Yeah. You forgot about Maxey that game.
Here's what it is, man.
But OG too, though. OG provides us offense that we're not expecting from him, though.
OG's
just getting better on offense.
He was my X factor.
OG was a dog.
Yeah, he had a lot of sick putbacks too. That last game.
I think he personally sought out to attack Embiid every time he could get in the paint.
Yeah.
He was trying to dunk on him. He tried to dunk on him earlier in the series.
Yeah. He asked for that assignment too. So, but yeah, he wanted to go big game hunting, man.
I mean, like you said, Jamal, man. Like this front office, man, did they think? I was starting to joke and say which front office you talking about? Phil Jackson, Scott Perry, and the other black guy.
No.
I forgot his name. But yeah, man, Leon Rose, World Wide West, they did their thing, man.
I got none. You know, they put that team in the playoffs 3 out of 4 years, with some rosters that every single other NBA team wouldn't touch.
And that's the crazy thing, because you're like, okay, these two guys, World Wide West, he's just known to being in the mix or whatever. That was his claim to fame.
Yeah.
And Leon Rose is a player agent. So none of these two guys, you know, you look at it face value and you say, yo, these guys don't know how to put together a roster. But this is probably the best roster we've had since the 90s Knicks, man.
It's probably Tibbs. They say they probably go to Tibbs. These are the folks that are available. This is how much we got. Which one of these guys you think fits your system? Tibbs got Tibbs players.
Yeah.
He said, I need these type of players in order to be successful.
Yeah.
You know.
But when have you had a roster with 3 dudes who came up out of the same program and are best friends? Not like buddy on LeBron James and Miami type shit. No, these dudes is like family to each other.
Yeah.
And
Nova Knicks.
have that
Nova
continuity.
Nova Knicks, yep.
They got this continuity that no other team has, bro. They can look at each other and make head
It's not even,
movements.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's not.
And
It's
not
not
even the
verbal
continuity.
communication.
Right. There was no gelling.
Yeah.
There was no gelling, man. It was like, they like play with old buddies. But I was gonna say that
you can't replace that.
Everyone talks about the Brunson free agency signing. And I'm with everybody. Like, that is probably the best free agency signing I can think of in a long, long time, right? However, that Anunoby trade, no one talks about how
precious.
What's the word I'm looking for? And
precious.
Like that trade. Now looking at it was it was a steal. It was robbery.
We stole from the Raptors on that one.
We stole
from the Raptors.
I almost feel bad for Toronto.
There's 3 major trades that program around, and we got laughed at 2 out of the 3. The Porzingis trade to Dallas. Everybody's like, you give him.
Oh man! Now Jamal got TJ's connection.
They got him because he brought up the white man's name first.
There you go. All right, yeah.
So they got him.
Get rid of Damn. True. Damn. They monitoring my shit. But all right.
Yeah, big brother.
Get rid of Porzingis.
Watch your mouth.
Porzingis, Brunson, and trading IQ and RJ.
RJ,
yeah. Those are the 3 moves that really set anything up. So.
So TJ's having trouble
Love
finding
the
a good
profile
spot
pic,
for his
Ed.
rabbit ears. He said earlier, disrespect for the war crime Tyrese Halliburton by national media and NYC media is real.
I give him his props, man. I give Halliburton his props.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's disrespecting. I mean, they should be afraid. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
He's not the national media, but yeah,
No, you know what? Because the Pacers don't have an Embiid.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, Miles Turner has no back to the basket game at all. Straight facing the basket.
Yeah. They can just score, bro. They can score, they can score quick, and they run up and down the court. That's what's got me worried, man.
Mm-hmm.
But even with that roster, the way they beat the brakes off the Bucks
That's right.
It should be a threat to anybody.
I wouldn't take them lightly. If I'm Boston, I'm looking at them. I'm looking at them over the Knicks right now.
Boston handled them in the regular season.
Lillard didn't play most of that series, and Giannis didn't play at all.
Even still, they got a solid set of starters.
Yeah. Even if Giannis and Dame played, that coach was Glenn Doc Rivers. So they was going to lose that series. It don't matter. That organization did 2 coaches dirty. Yeah.
Doc Rivers is not coming back to ESPN. Y'all know that, right? Like he's going to Fox or Bleacher Report. That's it. Those are his 2 options.
Doc talking about Tobias Harris stealing money. Doc been stealing money for a decade and a half, man.
Dude, JJ let him have it the other day, man.
Yeah, JJ got real hate for him though. That's something else.
That's a player hate.
But plus JJ trying to get a job. Yeah, I think they started throwing JJ's name out for coaching jobs now. So,
hey, you know what? I'll be honest with you. As far as analysts, man, I enjoy him the most, man. You know, and damn, it hurts my soul to say it, but I've come a long way, man. I was Kendrick's biggest hater, but
same here, man. Nope, I told you, perk for mayor.
Yeah.
Get that man a bucket of whatever he wants to eat.
Yeah, and like I've been saying, I've never wavered off of Kendrick. I'm sorry. We might not like certain people's opinions, but I'm listening to somebody who's actually been there, done that on opinions in the league over a lot of the people who just wrote about it and watched. Like we, not shooting at us, but I'm talking about people that are his counterparts who with him just wrote about basketball.
Oh shit, man! Is it contagious?
Dan.
I mean,
but
this shit going around. It's going around the room. God damn.
Oh man.
I'm next. I know.
Yep.
I need to hardwire my shit.
But here's the thing, the media, these guys in the media, but the media don't watch the media didn't watch the Knicks. All these analysts never watched the Knicks. They didn't watch them at all this season.
And granted, I get it because the Knicks have been shitty for so long. We've been shitty for so long. We never garnered media attention, but the last two and a half years, they should have been paying attention and looking at the improvements. And that's the big problem. And they didn't watch. And if you would have watched the Knicks this year, you would have known, okay, not to take this team lightly. Number two, they're a 2 seed in the conference. And you're talking about everybody from 3 down.
Right.
You want to add on to that, besides the drumming in the background of this guy breaking wood, but to add on to that, when you watch the ESPN playoff packages for the commercials, right? The one time that they showed the Knicks, the Knicks was in it, but somebody was scoring or dunking on the Knicks.
Wow.
Yeah. That's fine. Wow. The national sports media hates the Knicks. And you know what? Fuck them. Because it makes the wins better.
Yeah.
They talk about everybody else and every other team that got no shot to win. And I'm like, yo, this squad was in the second round last year when nobody expected them to make the playoffs. We shouldn't even made the playoffs this year. We in the second round.
Yep.
You know, and it's disrespectful.
We're heavily favored. Heavily favored to go.
That's fine. You know what? I don't want to ask for anybody's respect. We got to win that shit. We got to force it on them. So, you know, just keep improving every year. That's all that matters. Just keep improving.
Yeah.
Word. But every
let's
year,
let's not forget about that home game, the home game and a half we had in Philadelphia. That shit was insane. That shit was bananas, bro.
Screaming "fuck Embiid" in the lobby, dogs. Come on, that's just wild. That's wild. That could never happen.
Let's talk about the bitch ass owners that had to buy up 2,000 tickets and give out to first responders and hospital workers.
Dude,
that's a bad look for sports, themselves. Man. That was dumb. Yeah, that was dumb. That was fucking dumb. Because now, if we're gonna have owners start doing that shit, trying to stop opposing fans from coming to games, you're ruining sports. Don't do that dumb shit. Mm-hmm. Do not do that dumb shit. It's like, come on, what are you doing?
But Jamal, it goes back to what I said last week. They can do that all they want. It doesn't. What you put in the stands doesn't change what happens on the court. And it clearly didn't affect the outcome because it's still, game 6 still sounded like there was mad cheers for the Knicks winning anyway.
Yes.
There was. There definitely was.
Yes.
There definitely was. And to have that happen in your own backyard, that's a little bit disheartening when you go out on the floor and you hear light chance of MVP and Jalen Brunson's at the line. You know what I'm saying? Or when a big rebound happens, a big cheer goes up in the crowd and you're looking around like, why are you happy they grabbed the rebound? What the fuck is going on?
And that's why I was joking at work saying, yo, if we win, all them Knicks fans better run away from there because somebody's going to get shot that night. And thankfully we didn't hear about nothing going down. I was just like, don't try to fuck around on Broad Street. You're kind of in West Philly. I think that stadium's close to West Philly, in the middle of West and South Philly. Like, don't go to either one of them neighborhoods. Get right on 95 and get the fuck out.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dangerous for
that shit would have never happened at an Eagles game.
Oh no. It would have been beat up in the stands.
That would have never. Yo, it would have been mass brawls. It'd have been mass brawls in the stadium.
Is that because you think that's because tickets are cheaper for Eagles game as far as Sixers game, or
no, the Sixers are probably cheaper than the Eagles for sure.
More
because the Eagles are way better than the Sixers, and the Eagles are way better than the Sixers are right now.
That's true.
There's more seats, more space, so more brawls can happen in little mini pockets around the stadium. And it's not as easy to contain as it is indoors somewhere. Like you indoors, where you gonna run? I mean, it'll just take you a little bit longer to get out of an NFL stadium, but you're inside. If you plan on trying to hide, you gotta come out sometime. You gotta come out sometime. At least with an open air stadium, you can say "fuck your life" and then get to the top and jump. But I mean, did you make it out? I don't know. I'm just bullshitting. Ed said, credit to the NBA, who is better at stadium security than the NFL. Yeah, there you go.
Facts. There
you go.
Yo, I give it to those people,
Adam
man.
Silver ain't going to let no malice at the Palace happen on his watch.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fact.
And he was in the building for Game 6, I believe, too. So, that also
was Adam Silver.
Yeah. So he ain't gonna let nothing. Ain't no brawl gonna be jumping out crazy after that shit.
Yeah, like Ed said after Ron Artest, the NBA has put at giving fans a safe experience without feeling like they're at an NFL game or Italian soccer match.
I was just about to say, man, like. Those soccer fans too, man. They get it in.
What up to the good brother Omega son Curtis? But speaking of all that though, TJ, since we got the tin cans working right, you had a question, and it kind of stemmed off of what I recognized stemmed off of one of the players within this series.
Yeah. So if you're an MVP. You've never made it to a conference finals or an NBA finals. Are you still a lock for the Hall of Fame? Have you done enough in your career to be a lock for the Hall of Fame? If you've never been past the second round in the NBA,
I think it depends on the numbers. Because you look at especially the 90s, man. I think the 90s is a perfect example. You have all these players that never won a championship because of Jordan. And they
at least went to conference finals. They at least went to they got close. They could touch the ring. You know what I'm saying? They got a chance to fight for the ring. Like they might not have won it, but yeah.
Are we referencing a player in particular?
He's talking about.
I think he's talking about Embiid.
That's who. That's
okay, I just needed the clarity. Yeah, I needed the clarity.
To be honest, though, like when he asked the question in the group chat and then all over Facebook, it felt obvious because it felt like, and no disrespect, TJ, it felt like an ESPN hot take type of question. Those questions that they throw out as soon as you get beat. Let's check the temperature of the room on your emotions in that moment.
Right.
That's kind of what it felt like. And I would say, you could still make it because the MVP is a regular season award.
Right.
It's not a playoff award. It's not a total season award. It's the regular season award. So if you were one of the best players throughout that regular season, you still deserve Embiid, he could win another one and still be second and still be with the second round Sixers. He just happens to play in an era where the center isn't prevalent enough where it makes him shine even brighter. He's going to make it to the Hall of Fame eventually. Ed says, before anybody else goes, Ed says the Hall of Fame is a consolation prize for those who played under GMs and coaches that were hot garbage.
That's a great take. That's a great take. That's a great take, though. Bro, it's a good take.
Damn.
Yeah. That's one of the best explanations I heard. That's a great take. Yeah.
So,
But
I mean,
just
okay. So since we're on that subject, for example, because you think about Jordan, people, this dude Jerry Krause was villainized, but he was a hell of a GM for bringing that team together. Forget the falling apart part. Got 6 rings out of it. I mean, Jerry Krause doesn't fall in that category.
I mean, he did.
Jerry Krause isn't the coach, though. The question was about the coach. He's not the coach.
No.
He's just the GM. He put the teams together.
Right? No. The question, no. Ed was talking about the GMs that were hot garbage.
Oh yeah, he did say GMs and coaches. You're right. My bad. He did say GMs and coaches. What's up, Brian? But Jamal, your answer to TJ's question.
Yeah, yes. If we're specifically talking about Embiid, it's a no-brainer, man. The dude is. You can't blame him for his GM. You can't blame him for his GM. Man. The Sixers front office. No, actually, no. He's part of the failures too. He's got to step up. But I think the answer is yes. You can't be held accountable by that. If you out there and you balling for 10 years, then you balling for 10 years and you deserve to get it. That's the short answer. Right. Yeah.
But here's the thing amongst the drumming again. You mentioned if we're talking Embiid, he wasn't the problem, especially when it comes to this playoff series. He wasn't the problem.
The man was on
rest
one
of
leg.
The squad. It was the rest of the squad.
I know, but he's been consistently on that squad that did not make it, man.
True
so
indeed,
he's part.
True indeed.
He may not have been the problem in this series, but how long they've been processing, and they came past second round. They had Ben Skimmins,
great play right? Word.
Ben Skimmins, the beard, right? Max contract Tobias. He wasn't that trash when they got him, right? Who else did they have? They had Jimmy Butler. They had JJ Redick. They've had some squads. They've had some squads, man.
Yo, and
they only got to the second round.
Was that video real of Jimmy Butler screaming to the locker room? They signed Tobias Harris over me.
Yes, that was very real. That was real. That was real.
No bullshit. In a series like what just happened, if they had Jimmy Butler, we might be talking differently as Knicks fans.
That's a fact. But then again, the Sixers
we can't do ifs because they went with the 7th seed.
What?
They can't do ifs because if we was healthy, we don't know. We was running through the NBA with the full squad.
True indeed. No,
so we don't know. We don't know. Jimmy Butler was throwing that shit down there. He was talking about if I was playing, the New York would definitely be home. The Sixers would be. He was saying some shit, but he doing it from Cancun.
You can't do that from the poolside bar.
Come on, Jimmy.
Yeah.
We all could do that.
Dip his toes in the water.
Bro, enjoy your daiquiri. Enjoy your daiquiri.
Goes back to last
Uncle Rico points,
bro.
Put your toes in the sand and relax.
Everybody can't get in. Everybody ain't invited to the party.
Everybody can't go.
That's
right. So
you can scream all
here's another perspective.
You can scream all you want from outside.
Here's another perspective because they showed him on the bench. How you think Randall is feeling right about now? I mean, he's seeing all this. He's seeing Jalen go nuts, dropping 40 a game. The team is clicking. They're playing on a string on defense.
Randall probably said, if I was playing, we would have swept them motherfuckers. That's what he's saying.
That's true.
Or whatever.
That's true.
That's what he's saying.
I think the question TJ is asking is okay. I'm next year. Next year is my contract year. Do I put my house up for sale because I might be going somewhere? Because
or does he? I mean, they like Dan said they were balling when they were full. When it was a full squad, and Randall had taken a couple of steps back and not being the absolute black hole that he is at times. And spinning in the triple teams and shit like that. So he wasn't doing that. So I mean,
not running past.
Is he
Ed's
really
comment.
watching it and taking it for face value and be? Yeah, I know, because it's a love-hate relationship with Randall. I'm not gonna lie.
What's up with Randall?
This is a love-hate relationship.
Ed's question said the revisionism
Revisionism by MSG fans on how beloved.
Some, not all. Some. If you watch them play, if you watch this squad with OG and Randall and that run the Knicks went on,
yeah,
that's different. So I mean,
word, yeah, I remember.
Of course, but you know what? Randall doesn't have to be the man anymore. That's the difference. The difference is Randall had to be the man for those joints.
Jay,
and now
Randall
he's got a squatter on him.
Randall's the 1A to Jamal to Jalen Brunson. Randall's 1A to Jalen Brunson now.
No, he's a
absolutely, because he's it could be, but it depends on who you playing. Because who you gonna double? Who was gonna stop Julius Randle in this series? Tobias Harris?
Right.
Randall's a bully.
No.
Randall's a bully. And the Sixers had no paint.
There's a lot of Tobias Harris hate in this.
It's not that. It's just styles. You know, Randall's a bull down in the paint.
It's well deserved.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a bull down in the paint. So in this series, they would have had to pick their poison. They're gonna either double if they doubled Jalen, which they would do in any fucking way, and probably the best job I've seen of any team.
Absolutely.
Right? You now doubling Jalen. Julius is gonna eat.
Jamal. So Jamal,
he's gonna eat crazy.
My question was did Philly do a great? Was Philly doing that great of a job, or was Jalen just maybe he was getting tired? This dude was putting up 46 minutes a night.
They blitzed him. They blitzed him from game one out the gate. They blitzed him out the gate. It was a perfect game plan for him.
Right, Oubre to me did the best job on it, and I don't know why they strayed away from putting Oubre on him.
No, Batum was better. Batum was better.
Batum, they made him shoot through trees, bro. It's just he's that good. They did they did as good a job as you can. He said, okay, I have to score in spite of, because that's the only way we're gonna win. Because he's one of the best players in the league right now. And that's just facts. In the playoffs, I should say.
And you forgot he was averaging like 10, 11 assists a game. So he was getting people involved.
Yeah.
It's not like he was just putting them on his back. Yeah. The 10, 11 assists should show you that he's not hogging the ball.
Right.
Yeah. The Knicks are tough to defend, and shout out Ed. Shout out to Ed. What you call it? It's folks. I hope the folks that hate Julius Randle have a little bit of appreciation now of what he could add to this squad. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you try and focus on Julius and Jalen, Jalen's still going to get his. OG can hit a three.
Yeah.
You know, the Knicks rebounding is incredible. All the second chance points with Julius down there, forget it.
Yeah.
Well, I would say the difference where we're in now is the first couple years, Julius Randle, it was like they were trying to figure it out, like who is going to be the go-to, who's the go-to, and when Randle continues to go down, while what's the name continue to freaking just Jalen Brunson just continued to ride the wave and never really waver. Within his absence, we discovered, that proverbial who's the number one on the team now, because we had to ride this without him. And so now Brunson has got to be sitting back, hopefully rest up and he recovers well for next season. But Julius Randle now can sit back and just be like, all right, you know what? Now I got to figure out how I fit in this equation and maybe switch his game up to where it will still be effective. But the ball doesn't have to die with him anymore.
Here's how he fits.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Here's how he fits, because the Knicks can't struggle to get a bucket when Brunson is off the floor. So you stagger those two, and you have Randle running with some of the second unit, and he's getting his buckets there. He's going to get his buckets because, like Jamal said, he was a beast in the paint all year. They could not stop the man. He was just bullying his way to the paint and getting bucket
He's
after
a bull,
bucket.
man.
So Yeah. So he's
Because
a load to deal with. And then if Brunson's back in the game, you got to kick it out. He's shooting threes. Brunson's is an excellent shooter.
Don't forget, Julius can hit threes also, and he also saves minutes. He saves Hart minutes. Now
Yes.
Hart's running from the second unit, and it makes the second unit even that much more dangerous. The Knicks is going to run people out the court.
First name I was thinking about, Jamal. Pull Hart out the star lineup and let him come off the bench.
Hart doesn't have to play 47 minutes a night anymore.
No, nobody does. Hopefully.
I mean, if you think about it, man, and I said this before, I could only think of one person on top of my head that could do in the NBA what Randall could do. You know, as far as back to the basket and still being as fluid with the ball, you know, and that's Zion. You know, and just Zion has more lift. But Randall, man, Randall could bring him. I mean, thank God now that Brunson's there. He doesn't.
No, we don't want him dribbling. When he start dribbling, that's
You know, so you could imagine with him. Now,
you don't need to be bringing the ball up ever again, bro. You don't need to bring the ball up ever again.
But
of course, for the rest of his life.
So
that is no longer his department.
Next year, if he has full range of that shoulder, it is going to be scary. It is going to be scary for the whole Eastern Conference is going to be put on notice.
Well, it depends because we gotta sign some people back. I don't know if we can bring Hartenstein back. OG's getting the bag. Brunson's getting the bag.
And they're bringing back a Chivo for sure.
Mitch is signed already.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about Booker?
They got to make a decision on Hartenstein.
I know you guys have heard about Booker. You know, wanting to come.
No. He doesn't fit that mold.
Right. The only thing I would say with yes to Booker would be if he was ready to play the role of spot up shooter. But that's where say we could get a Klay Thompson. I think Klay Thompson is in that part of his career now.
Yes.
Where he could play the spot up guy. But a Devin Booker, that's a guy you do want to have with the ball in his hands. And not with this equation. Not with this equation. I would want a Klay Thompson, somebody that can really, you don't have to give him crazy minutes anymore. But when he's on the floor, he might still be able to deliver defensively just a little bit because he was a defensive terror in the early dynasty run with Golden State. But you might be able to get some defensive minutes out of him, and he could be the guy that pulls attention away because you can't leave him open.
Facts.
How you feel about Brandon Ingram? The Pelicans are saying they're not going to re-sign him. And
where would you put him?
He's a tall body. You can get him to play defense in that system because he's just long. He's not a rebounder for sure, but he definitely commands attention because he can shoot and he can score pretty much at all three levels. But I don't know. I mean, for a spot up shooter, he could definitely do that, but it's just tough. It's tough the way they're constructed now. I don't want anybody except for Giannis or Zion to come here, and neither one of those dudes is coming. So I don't know what we're gonna do.
I only want to see Embiid here or a Klay Thompson.
Yeah,
I want to see Embiid in a New York Knicks jersey. Fuck that.
That
might be too late.
Dog, that would be dope, but like I don't want the same problems the Sixers have. Come playoff time,
that's the difference. So no. It ain't gonna be the same problems the Sixers had because we're constructed way differently.
No.
And plus,
I would like another backcourt bucket getter. Another backcourt bucket getter as well. That's what would hurt right now. That's what I would rather have.
Yeah. That's what
I mean. I love Embiid. That's my favorite player outside the Knicks is Embiid. Even though I felt he did some sucker shit in this series, but if you'd have told me this last year, I would have said let's go. But like, man, he's hurt all the time, man. At the wrong times. Wrong times, man. And Knicks, listen, we happy about what we just did, right? But let's face facts of our history. We got a lot of bad fucking playoff losses, bro. You know what I mean? And then
yes, man. They're historic.
There's some bad bad Knicks energy we got to get rid of. And if we bring Embiid in and we get all hype, and then come the playoffs time, Embiid is on one leg again.
But here's the pluses. Here's some pluses that we could definitely look at in two ways. Yeah, it took Brunson to score a lot of points in some of these games to get us over the hump, but in reality, it took Joel Embiid to score 50 and Maxey to put up close to 40 almost every night to have to beat us. Now that shows
that's how tough we are.
That shows how tough we are, but it really does show the deficiencies in what was going on in Philadelphia for the time.
True. They can't rebound.
Yes.
They can't rebound.
But we were able to shut a team down where their best two players had to do all the work. And and we still made sure it wasn't enough. Where everybody on the Knicks, even with Brunson putting up, almost 30 plus a game, everybody still ate.
Yeah.
And everybody did what they had to do. We were finishing at the rim properly. We were collecting, like you said before, offensive rebounding was tremendous in several spots within this series for us. We got a lot of bright spots to look at. And like I said, O likes to say the league is on notice. I ain't saying the league is on notice.
Nah,
because
slow growth.
Notice.
I'm fine with slow growth. Yeah, let's do it.
That's it.
Just improve. Slow growth. I'm fine with that.
Jamal,
I'm appreciative that I'm having playoff basketball every year now for 3 out of 4 years.
Yes,
we're having playoff basketball. I'm appreciative of that. The biggest reason I'm against Embiid is because even with load management, he is hurt. Tibbs gonna leave him out there for 35 minutes a game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
he can't, not everybody can play under Tibbs, man.
But here's before you go back to Jamal, TJ, but here's that difference again. Tibbs could force him to play in the box, and he could dominate the way he's supposed to be dominating.
He could, but it also Tibbs going. That means he's got to be in shape. He's got to be in basketball shape.
You're right. But again, I'm continue to put a positive on this. When you are not playing from the fucking outside in the perimeter and you got to use your legs more to get to the rim, cut all of that off with playing down low and just bullying. Have him and Randall bully. You can't stop either one at the same time. You can't.
But okay, so damn, right there you said something that is gonna offset your whole thing. Because if you want Embiid to play with his back to the basket, right? And Randall plays back to back, they both play on the same side. So how would that work? That was the same problem with Melo and Stack. You know what I'm saying? They both play from the same side.
They don't have to play from the same side. That's what fucking preseason practice and training under the same system could fix.
Yeah. I mean, the chemistry has to be there. I think Embiid is a more skilled player where he could play anywhere. And we could all agree here and say that we're scared of Randall bringing the ball up court. So we want the ball out of Randall's hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's where he gets into trouble. And that's where fans get frustrated. Is his turnovers.
Right.
His turnovers.
Yeah. But Jamal, the same thing with Embiid. What killed the Sixers? What was it? Game.
Yeah, it was last game. He had 5 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
that's
like it's a problem.
But
Embiid's problem is
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna quickly say we do this all the time. All I was gonna say was that you don't have to rely on Embiid to do that when you have the right personnel to do it with. Embiid is in a situation in Philadelphia where he had to damn near do everything.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. But go ahead, TJ.
My thing is Embiid's problem is he likes to work from the perimeter in, and he thinks he could just take everybody off the dribble, and that's not his strength. They want him to do that, and I hate that he does this as well as he hunts for the fouls for the charges for running people over, so he can get the foul. So and then he gets into that whole flopping fish bullshit. So he, like you said, he needs to learn that he to operate inside the 3-point line more.
This is where being under the right coach would do that.
Right.
That's why I think
right.
Thibodeau would be that guy, because Nick Nurse is just he did what he did in Toronto. Lean on my people who can do everything,
right,
and then find who's the person who could fill in the blanks. Unfortunately, they had nobody else to fill in the blanks. Go ahead, O.
I was gonna say, man. So elephant in the room here. We're talking about bringing in Embiid.
Let's get it right. Elephant in your room.
Okay, elephant in my room.
Oh, look up for the elephant.
You bring in Embiid. You bring in Embiid. Who you letting walk? You gonna let Mitch walk? You gonna let Hartenstein walk?
Hartenstein go.
I think it's Mitch.
Hartenstein's a better facilitator of the ball.
Yeah, you don't need two janky leg centers, man. You can't, man. You gotta keep Hartenstein.
But TJ, you say you had something for Jamal a few minutes ago. My bad.
Yeah, because Jamal was saying we had a lot of bad Nick. There's been a lot of bad Nick energy, and I was gonna say Jalen Brunson has been the sage for the Knicks these past 2 years of clearing all that bad Nick energy up. Like he brought in a different culture.
He did, man.
He brought in a different culture. And
in Game 5, when I thought we was gonna, was it Game 5? Where I thought we was gonna take them out? Yeah, where they had all the old Knicks there, and I saw Patrick Ewing in the crowd. I said, "Yeah, we may lose this."
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? We lost. We lost. I said, "Yo," I said, "I'm sorry, Pat, but Pat can't come to these games." Yeah.
As soon as they showed my man on camera,
I was like, "Oh man, we gonna lose."
I went right
and the funny part, Jamal, the funny part, Jamal, the funny part about that, they showed him on camera. All the other old Knicks was standing up.
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing,
like he snuck in.
Them knees kept him grounded.
Soon they showed Pat, I was like, "Oh, this shit is going back to Philly."
Imagine Charles Smith was somewhere in the rafters, looking down like Sting.
I said, Jamal was like, everybody's here. I was like, I see Charles Smith. He was like, nah, Charles Smith can't show his face.
As I said, Charles Smith was like Sting in the rafters, looking down, pointing the bat, like.
No, Charles Smith need to. The only way he can come back at the MSG, he need to wear disguise.
No, I'm gonna tell you, real talk.
Patrick Ewing still eating Knicks fans slander, most disrespected Hall of Famer in MSG. He's my favorite basketball player of all time. Ain't never disrespected
he's all of us.
For me.
He's all of us.
It's just jokes.
Yeah. But see, him and Drake, man, those are my two favorite players, man.
Bro, you want to hear something funny? 2 summers ago, I'm in Penn Station, and I'm walking through. This tall 6'11" dude is like ducking and running, trying to get to his train or whatever. You know who it was? Charles Smith, trying to get the fuck out of New York. I don't know where.
I bet you he missed the train too, right? He probably missed the train too. Yeah. 5 times he tried to get to the door. He didn't get to the door.
He said, I bet you he missed the train. Holy shit. But somebody who missed the train. Drake has missed several trains.
I was like, he better keep on running. He better keep on running. He better not stand still too long. People might recognize him.
I say, well, Drake has missed several trains along this road of battle raps. Because, damn it, man, this shit continues. And it was just a couple weeks ago where everybody was saying, oh, this shit is whack and this and that. And this is where I wish Tyrone was here. I wish Tyrone was here because I was just listening to his newest episode of the Lisper podcast, which go subscribe and listen to the Lisper podcast. There was a couple questions over there that I wanted to ask him on camera about, but one of the things he brought up, and I was questioning when was this episode recorded, because he brought up when the whole Drake and J. Cole apologizing and shit, and him and his man was like, yeah, J. Cole what? J. Cole was up and stayed up because he apologized and bowed out. And it was nut ass shit that if you come back and hit him while he's down. Kendrick did that in one verse, and just pretty much was just like I said, yeah, I got one. Pretty much was like, I got one dude out of here. Now it's all for you. And holy shit, yo, the appreciation I have for this battle in the instant back and forths. The instant back and forth from each other. Now, Drake ain't bow out like no bitch. Let me just keep that real. Drake ain't bow out like nobody's bitch. Just lyrically and the rhymes. Jamal, I'm going to you because you had the freshest listen to Meet the Gram.
I only heard that. Yeah, I heard it this morning, and I did it with the closed captioning on, so I could see the bars. Yeah, that was lethal. I'm appreciative of it. As an old dusty head, playing about lyrics and hip hop and bars and hip hop going away. I'm loving what I see. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just happy to see good MCing. I wish J. Cole would have stayed in and just see what's what. But the only thing that's killing me is I don't know if they should be talking about people's families and kids. That's just me. I don't know if I would have went there with it, but that was a masterpiece Kendrick put on. Drake's last comeback was actually pretty dope too. He impressed me with his skill set there. Let's see where it goes. As long as it stays digital, that's cool. But I'm glad to see lyrics back in the game. I think MC Sham posted something earlier. I put it in the inbox there. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Kendrick Lamar's he stuttered up. This is what he wanted, and it's working out well.
I might have to watch that after because I'm not on the computer to play the shits. But
it's all good.
Damn it! I mean, Drake's shit, big old. Like, did you see the video with them towing the minivan that looked the same minivan from the Good Kid, Mad City cover, and then taking it to the car crusher at the impound? Like, it was the video going along with the lyrics, and then Drake clapping back at everybody else who shot at him. He was on one.
I'm sorry, there's video?
Oh man, you're behind then.
Yeah, I'm behind, man. I just saw the audio. I didn't know there was a video. He did a video to Family Matters?
He saw the audio.
Yeah,
He's watching the waves. He's watching the wave. Nah, I'm joking. But there was a video. There's video.
Wow. Okay, no, I didn't see. I got to see that. But nah,
Curtis
man.
said that was a good visual. I hope he came up with it by himself.
Yeah, man. This dude Kendrick said something like, yo, he's in contact with somebody in this camp. Because from what I heard, like Drake dropped Family Matters, and then an hour later, Kendrick came back with his reply to everything that Drake. I'm like, yo, nah, this nigga not that nice, man. He had some inside help. You know what I'm saying? From Drake's camp. So I don't know, man. Yo, Kendrick is a much better when it just comes to lyrics and him able to convey, visual shit. Yeah, Kendrick has him beat, man. Drake knows how to make a hot single, but Kendrick is better at his craft.
Oh, easily. But there's mad dissertations and shit that's going on. Although, like, there's one ill one I'll share with y'all in the group chat later. That fucking, you'll know the dude. You'll know the two dudes when you see him. Is the white dude and the big Dominican dude who they used to do all those like NBA jokes and shit on like TikTok and all that. They did a breakdown of what Kendrick was saying in multiple ways and like giving like the background in some ways, but they did like a crime scene flowchart type of situation on a whiteboard and connecting dots, and K Dot was like you said, there has to be an insider. But TJ, I don't know if you been aware, besides seeing, listening to these joints, like Daylight, fame, battle rap fame. He came out with a track against Drake, also exposing how he's been his ghostwriter for years.
I've been listening. The last one I heard.
Oh, well, guess we'll never know about the last one he heard.
Ed said, Curtis said, I saw an article that the OVO mole was giving Kendrick misinformation. It doesn't seem like it when all the information was connecting the dots to the old song, to the other song. And then Ed said, I love Bomani Jones' take. Paraphrasing, Drake is putting out diss tracks for an audience of many. Kendrick is putting out diss tracks for an audience of one.
Facts.
Like, I mean, this shit was like direct missile shots at one person, yes. One person only.
And he was basically like, yo, listen, I before you went ahead and took it there, like I just thought it was, it was something that was good for the culture. Paraphrasing. He was like, yo, I just thought it was something good for the culture. Then you started bringing in family. And I was like, yeah, Drake, you did do that dumb shit. I don't know what the fuck you was thinking with that, but okay.
Said, Jamal said, why won't some of these rap legends give MC Shan some teeth? I mean, Shan seems to be doing all right. I mean, according, with his boat, selling boats and shit or whatever the fuck is going on. But yeah, man, we'll get TJ's take when he gets back. But I mean, this is exactly what I was hoping it was gonna be, to be honest with you. Because the way Kendrick poked the bear and started all this shit, this was like, it was like him screaming, like, yo, like let's just get some friendly competition going on. And then Drake decided to mention family.
That was dumb.
And then Kendrick, bad move. Kendrick just went there. Went there and was telling his son, like, yo, is pretty much like, he's not your role model. And said TJ so shell shocked by Kendrick's track, his feed crapped out.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yo, when I heard, when I just heard Kendrick's last response, not the latest one, the one the day before, and I was just like, damn. The dude is multi-layered with his. Yeah. He's so multi-layered in picking apart Drake, and this is not like Pusha T's battle with Drake. This is a whole different level altogether. Pusha T came directly at Drake and just was like trying to smack the shit out of him. Kendrick was just on some intellectual level of disrespect. And if you don't know, like, he was just hitting with inside, like you guys say, he had a mole in his camp, which is body blows. So that shit was.
Yeah.
Kendrick
is throwing darts, man. He's throwing darts.
I'll say it like this, to that analogy that you mentioned, TJ. Fucking Pusha T, I mean, though everybody was going nuts over it, I personally thought Pusha T's joint was all right. Because what it really only felt like he said was like, oh, you got a son that you don't expose to the world. That's really all to me that I took at it. But the analogy that I'll make in connection is Pusha T opened up the body, and fucking Kendrick has been doing open heart surgery.
Yeah.
He's been doing open heart surgery with, trying to repair and disconnect the intestines, the lungs. He did a little bit of brain surgery. This shit is it's been masterclass on just how to dismantle fools. Like, yo, this has been so much so, like, I've been seeing videos of people saying, like, I seen one person say that this was better than no Vaseline. This shit is up there. I mean, it's close.
It is. We have our
connection.
Too?
We have our connection with No Vaseline. I think this is almost neck and neck with like, it's not No Vaseline yet, but it's
Cube
almost
versus Common. It's
bitching you.
It's that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's that. It's Cube versus Common.
It's like what Kendrick is doing.
For real.
It's, you said it's surgery. There's no rage in this shit. It's just all intellect. It's like Kendrick sat down with a cup of tea by the window in a rocking chair. Just took this dude.
Whittling wood and humming rhymes, right?
Sam just calmly took him apart, man.
Yo,
Kendrick just went for arteries.
You know, and to what you're saying, like that, just that visual, like that, it's add the visual of Kendrick musically. He's been playing with and it's like he's been playing and practicing new flows, different tempos, different rhyme patterns. Like it's just been a masterclass of just art as a whole when it comes to rhyming. You know what I'm saying?
Because Drake's disses are going to be able to be played in the club. He's making a diss track to shake your ass to, and not getting at the person.
My brother said the same shit.
You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to shake your ass to a diss track. It's supposed to be body for body blow. Blow for blow. I don't want to hear a diss track in the club. You know what I'm saying?
Curtis said it exposes how many Drake fans are kind of slow.
Here's the thing, though. It may be it could be a chess move by Drake. Drake is not going to lose any fans off this battle. If you in Drake's camp, you in Drake's camp. So Drake said, it don't matter if I win or lose, but if I sell me some records off this, I'm gonna get paid.
Yeah, and then Drake too. Like Drake, see the only one of the few issues I have within Drake, because again, though I think Kendrick is still kind of making this light work, and it feels like very light work. Like it still feels like he hasn't dropped the hammer on him. But what Drake, the only thing that bothered me is that like the first one, it came off real low and monotone, like, and it was just the next one, Family Matters. He turned it up a little bit, and he actually had more fun with it. Like with the poking at him with the go sexy, get him sick, like bringing in all of that shit about when Kendrick was hitting on him about fucking, being staying side by side, taking pictures with Sexy Red, and all I see is two bitches in the same video, in the same picture type bars. Like Drake was having fun with it. It's just his vocal tones. It just can't be just the same, just monotone, and it's just one. It just sounds like it's just one long running sentence coming from him. When I said like Kendrick is like he's drawing and pulling emotion the way he's delivering. That's just the difference. He's drawing and pulling emotion within all of this shit, and within practicing different flows and playing with different flows and different tempos of flows all along the same beats and stuff like that. And I mean, to everybody who hated on it early, it's been funny watching everybody finally turn back around on this thing too, because everybody's paying attention again. And people been asking for like lyrical contests like this for a very time. I just think a lot of people still want the ignorant side of it to come back too, fuck that. But Ed's comment, he
also
says,
Dan, because Drake has been battle rap. Go ahead.
No, what was you gonna say, Drake? I mean, Drake has been battle tested. If that's kind of what you were saying,
right? No, because he's always wanted to be in the battle rap scene for a long time. He never wanted to get into like the battle rap leagues, but this is what it is for him right now. Like he's been looking for this for a long time. So I think he's comfortable with going back and forth with Kenny doing this. So like this is his moment to shine and prove that he could be a battle-tested rapper and go toe-to-toe with the best.
Well, yeah, because people been shooting at him for years for multiple reasons. Just because, I mean, everybody got to shoot at the person with the crown, and he had the crown at one time. He was up top at one time. So everybody gets shot at who's number one. Remember, even KRS-One said, for every year of Billboard, I got a battle rhyme for the top 10 of Billboard every single year. You know what I'm saying? So somebody's always shooting at the top. And yes, Drake very much so was a battle rap fan. He had an era where he was at like all the smack events and things like that. I think he was at a lot of the King of the Dot events. I believe he actually sponsored and helped put on some of the King of the Dot events and stuff like that back in the day. But and the irony of a battle rapper, Daylight, coming out saying he's been one of his ghostwriters and wrote some of his biggest hits. But Ed real quick said Drake's fan base are set. He's the Taylor Swift of hip hop or the Joe Rogan. He's gonna sell out arenas and get Spotify listens regardless what you say or do to him. But what Kendrick is doing is destroying the world around him as far as within the industry. Is this your man's? Real shit. But like you said, Ed, and everybody else, like, no matter how much you expose, it's still not going to change Drake's money. It's not going to change Drake's views amongst the hardcore Drake lovers. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Nicki's bars, no matter all the bullshit he's been through and marrying a pedo husband and all of that, no matter all the barbs, there's still barbs that ride and die on her shit. Drake ain't gonna lose no fans.
So Kendrick is Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther? Is that what he is?
Kendrick is
this your king?
Kendrick is
this your king?
Kendrick is comic book Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. Completely unbeatable. Completely unbeatable. Even though Thanos kicked ass and killed many of gods without the Infinity Gauntlet in comic books. But this is Infinity Gauntlet Kendrick.
So is Drake the other? Could you argue and say that Drake was the MCU Thanos? Because think about it. Everybody's coming at him because they say
good visual. Okay. I don't want to give Drake Thanos, because even Thanos is too dark skinned for Drake.
It's coming for Drake, man.
Damn,
that's fucking cool.
maybe Loki, because he's been playing tricks on the industry for so long.
Apparently, like we didn't know. Apparently,
maybe he's MCU Loki. I don't know.
Because I
thought Drake's like
was good, and Kanye
could he be Tony Starks? Could he be Tony Starks when he turned against Captain America and all them dudes, and he was fighting, saying this is the way we got to do it?
Well, TJ, the reason why I say it's either Loki or Thanos is because look at the amount of people that's coming for Drake. Look at the amount of people that have diss tracks for Drake. Wow.
You say Drake is Howard the Duck.
God.
And that was damn.
Just can't get rid of it.
Bro. Man,
this is the
add into that list. Add into that list of people coming for Drake. now Drake got a battle Ed now too.
Totally on call for
Ed don't have no ghostwriters though. Ed was the ghostwriter for many political pundits.
Oh my God.
Ed just cut out that dude's liver.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you were talking about, but this is my Thanos we talking about, and I'm not correlating him to Drake at all. MCU or comic books. I knew what you were saying because but also Drake. I mean, Thanos had the army behind him too.
Yeah, he did. We forget
had the
that.
army in the MCU behind him too. In the comic books, it was Thanos himself and the glove trying to go after Lady Death. The irony. It's Kendrick going after Lady Death, aka Drake, but not for love, but for lyrical assassination.
Have you guys, real quick? Have you guys anybody been watching X-Men 97?
Yo,
not me.
So
not yet.
So okay,
bro,
I'm not
you need to get on that.
I'm not gonna spoil it for you. It's easily the best animated. To give you an idea, no spoiler-free review. It's probably one of the best MCU projects made. It's the best.
The writing on that show is phenomenal.
Yo,
the writing on that show is phenomenal.
Is it a continuation of the old X-Men? Or is it new? Is it a reboot?
Yes.
Continuation or is it a reboot?
It picks up right where the end of the last. Yes, no, it's a continuation, and they go deep in the rabbit hole with that shit. The only thing I can say is my second favorite villain, Mr. Sinister, is getting the props he finally deserves in the MCU, even though it's on the animated level. Because Mr. Sinister got cut out of all the MCU in the Marvel movies, and I really didn't appreciate that. For the
the show is not based around Wolverine. Like I know
they got lazy
with it. What's that?
I said, thank God, man.
Yeah, man. Like they got lazy. They got lazy with the writing, and they knew that because Wolverine is the most popular, everyone's most favorite character. They try to base it around that, but it's not. There's times you forget he's even on the show.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
Yeah.
No, I'm familiar with it because I've listened to a lot of shows and stuff, people talking about it, and it's like it's a huge change to Cyclops.
Yes.
A lot of, to my understanding, there's a lot of props given to Storm. A lot of people had taken umbrage against Rogue's body change, if you get what I'm saying, in this one. But to my understanding it's like it's a continuation, but it's like totally different. And this would have never happened without, they say, Kevin Feige saying, well, we'll greenlight this if you can get the original actors and a lot of the original shit, and they were able to do it.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
that's true.
That's what's up.
They fired the showrunner before the beginning of the first episode, and now are clamoring to have him back. Because the show is so damn good.
I always felt like it was like the most underutilized character, man. And I got a little biased because Gambit's one of my favorite characters, but I'm just glad it doesn't just all revolve around. It doesn't revolve around Wolverine.
Yeah, no, it doesn't, man.
Yeah, even though I'm gonna check it out, but I wouldn't mind seeing more conflict, even though actually they kind of went in and out of it, but conflict and showing how Miss Aurora Monroe was the love interest of two white men. You know what I'm saying? Just to see how today's people and fan base would take it, knowing that she ain't with Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Like just to poke the poke at just to poke at people today. to have Scott and Wolverine fighting over again. That would be funny. But I might go.
So wait, because I haven't collected comics in a long time. So wait, Scott and Wolverine was in love with Storm too?
I think it was in the show at one time back in the day. I know Wolverine dated her, especially in the comics. I don't remember.
You talking about Jean Grey or you talking about Storm?
No, I'm talking about Storm messed with Wolverine.
Hey, why would one of the
Oh,
explanations, boy?
he caught the TJ virus.
Who, me? I'm here. I'm here.
No,
No, I gotta remember
we
what
didn't hear nothing you said.
I gotta remember if it was comics or the show. But yeah, Wolverine
Okay.
and Storm dated in one of the two things. I just don't remember. I
And
think
well, in this one, it's more Scott and Wolverine with Jean Grey, like on the
okay.
side,
Yeah.
like it's more wrapped around that. Storm ain't really feeling those dudes in this series at all.
Because
Like,
because I remember
there's no romantic interest completely involved in this one.
I remember Storm in the comics was in love with Forge, like they was dealing with each other, and you know not to tell too much of the show, but they copied that on the show.
Okay,
You know,
good.
so that's what I know. You know, so I don't know. I didn't know about
Like I said, the writing is top tier. The writing is top tier.
Yeah, watch the show, man. You'll enjoy
Magneto is everything you expected him to be and more. Yo, the bars, the gems they drop in this shit is ridiculous. So definitely, if you get some free time, definitely check it out. And I think they're up to like episode 9 or something right now.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's nice.
It's must watch television right now. Like you're waiting for this shit to drop on Wednesdays for it to come out because you're like, oh shit, what's gonna happen this week type shit. It's really,
and it's half hour.
They really
right?
did their damn.
Yeah.
They really did their damn thing on this one, and I'm just surprised. I'm blown away by it. So it's good theater.
Good,
because
I personally don't have patience. Even though I could sit and watch 2-hour YouTube videos on stuff, but you know. But anyway,
yeah,
this was good. We done.
Yes.
TJ, you know.
Yo, sorry for the technical difficulties. It's raining out here, but my skies are very orange and blue right now. It's very sunny on this side. I ain't got nothing to worry about. No complaints. Knicks in 6. By the time we meet up again, we can talk about this series. We'll be knee deep in the series by the time we meet up again. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to hearing you guys discuss. I love your opinions and everything. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good show. Thanks. Shout out to everybody in the comments today. Ed, Omega, everybody listening. Yeah, dope.
Oh.
Yes, sir, man. Yo, great show, man. I love we talk about everything I love, man. It was all in my wheelhouse, man. X-Men, Knicks. I loved it, man. Shout out to the listeners, shout out to people in the comments, shout out to my crew. You know what I'm saying? Listen, wherever you are, man, yo, enjoy yourself, man. Yo, be merry. Remember these moments, remember these memories. Yeah, man. That's it, man. Great show. Pass it on to Jamal.
That's what's up. Shout out to everybody, the panel, Mayor, TJ, Big O, Lisper, wherever you are. Shout out to Ed, everybody in the comments. Shout out to Hooks Row. We didn't big that up yet. This is the show. Peace to Ishtar. Peace to Disabled Planets. Shout out to the Knicks. Great win, but on to the next. I'm looking forward to some more good basketball. And peace to Ill Magic. Tossing over to the mayor.
Yeah, no long talking because I'm making my kids put on the Disney Plus right now. So we out.
You're gonna enjoy it, man. You're gonna enjoy it.
Hooks Rub, 20% off your order using the code starting 5. We out. I got Peace.